Hi, welcome back to Engineer Your Space. I'm Isabel. Since I work from home, I need an office in my apartment. And I was starting from scratch because of course I moved in without any furniture. So today I'm going to show you how I set up my office and customize the desk with new legs and an extra shelf. You'll see, it's all very quick and easy to do. My apartment is really nice and big, but it doesn't have an extra room to use as an office. So I carved out a corner of the living room to use as my office space. Now to define the space, I use an indoor-outdoor rug. It's the perfect way to hide an ugly carpet and also to add color and pattern in a rental. I bought the rug online from Amazon and I was a bit disappointed when I got it because the beige was a lot darker than what I expected from the picture. Now this wasn't an expensive rug, so I thought I'd give painting it a try to make it the right color. I use a textile medium that transforms acrylic paint into washable fabric paint. I followed the instructions on the bottle and it took a couple of coats of paint to get to the color that I wanted. Now this is a really time-consuming process and it did change the texture of the rug a bit, but I love how it turned out. And now the color is exactly what I wanted. I'm going to post a link to the textile medium in the video description below in case you want to buy some to give it a try. Now of course I needed a desk for my office, and here I wanted to keep things really simple. So I went to Ikea and bought a plain white top and some round silver legs. I love the size of the desk, but the legs were a little bit plain, so I thought I'd give them a makeover and also have them serve double duty as scratching posts for my cat Leah. She might look really sweet and gentle, but she's actually a little terror that likes to destroy my furniture. To transform the legs of my desk, I used 1-inch pipe insulation and sisal rope. I cut the insulation the length of the leg and wrapped it around the legs to make them look thicker. The insulation won't wrap all the way around, but by keeping the gap on the inside of the leg, it won't be noticeable. The insulation has sticky edges, so I removed the backing and pressed the edges onto the leg to keep the insulation from moving. I added strips of double-sided foam tape at the base and along the length of the insulation to keep the sisal rope from slipping. You'll want to pull tightly as you wrap the rope around the insulation. I finished the bottom of the leg with white vinyl tape, and now the legs have a whole new look and a whole new function as a scratching post for my cat. The next thing that I did to the desk was to add a shelf underneath the top so that I would have a place to put my laptop and tablet while they're charging and not being used, and also give me a way to keep the mess of wires and cables off the floor and out of sight. To make it, I use an expanded metal sheet that's 12 inches by 24 inches that I got at Home Depot. Now you could also use plywood or wood or even plexiglass to make the shelf. The metal sheet was too long for my desk, so I cut it with metal snips, using gloves to protect my hands. I had to use both hands to make the cuts, but it was still fairly easy to do. There's many different kinds of snips that you can buy, and you just want to make sure that you get ones that are really versatile, like these ones I got, because they can cut straight, left, and right. I'll put a link in the video description below so that you can check them out. Now next I had to make the brackets to hold up the shelf, and for that I used 1.5-inch lattice, some 1-inch corner braces, and some nuts and bolts. First I cut the lattice into 4 3.5-inch long pieces using a miter box and saw. Then I marked and drilled holes into the lattice and used bolts and nuts to attach the corner braces to it. Instead of using plain nuts, I used acorn nuts that have a really nice finished look to them. More bolts, acorn nuts, and washers secure the bracket to the metal sheet through the holes. And I used silver washi tape at the edges for a cleaner and smoother finish. To install the shelf, first mark the location of the brackets on the underside of your desktop. Remove the shelf and screw in place the brackets, and then reattach the shelf under the desk. It's a perfect place for a laptop and tablet. I also attached a power strip to the side of the shelf using wire. This keeps the mess of wires off the floor and easily accessible at the same time. The last thing that my desk needed was a chair, and I also got that at Ikea. It's a great start from my office, but I have many more projects to show you, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss my next episode where I tackle lighting and many more projects. And if you want more ideas for your office, you can also check out this video where I show you how to make this whiteboard that's covered up and hidden by a DIY picture frame. And you can always get more DIY ideas and tips from my website, engineeryourspace.com. See you next time!